cornerstone of this festival. Nelson at the 8th, surprise on the other. This time, for the first time, they'll fight at 135. Leija says last time getting down to 130 almost killed him. It definitely allowed a boxing professor, Azumah Nelson, to jump all over him.
World champion by knockout with a fan. Good luck.
Because that type of fighter. Yes, movement here, and of course, trade. If you stand in front of Azumah Nelson, and Nelson came right over the top, man. Will have to be a little quicker with it, because Leija's going to fight a tactical. Very savvy guy. Tough guy to fight, I think, for any. Of course, Nelson won't be going up against the same kind of height and reach disparity that he faced in that one.
Double left hand from Leija. That gets a reaction from the crowd, but neither one. The better shot was,
especially with the
point out that the crowd. Jesse James Leija and Leija tonight.
Comes from over the top. He will and try to bring it over.
Have to have is a fighter like Azumah Nelson. I'm not suggesting that this is true one day.
Absolutely. And Azumah now is trying to work.
Round number 2. Neither man with an edge.
1970.
Far through the first shot, determined not to make that mistake. That's where Leija wants to fight. Good move by Nelson though.
Plantation or right in the surrounding.
About a soccer player who's very popular, but he was able to walk down the streets and not be. Coming down toward the end of this fight yet. Advice in the corner about the fact that Azumah Nelson is looking to load up on that right about the last couple of rounds.
Yeah, I like hand after he jabs.
Yep. Very calm about the whole.
Right hand. Nelson actually, and he's throwing a few more punches. Nelson can really rock. Keep that in mind at all times. This guy is really a big-time puncher with either hand.
Leija trying to work the body, takes the left plan. And each is sort of taking the game plan away from the other.
Did you see the way that he tucked his chin behind his shoulder? Azumah there.
He pivots well. That's called pivoting. Double left hand Leija.
He's showing a lot of movement. Landing.
2 times. Coming to the end of round 4. Clearly the most effective round of the fight by Jesse James Leija. But he takes a shot.
Yeah, that left hook was big time.
Mills around just a couple of pounds over his fighting weight. But Jesse James is 150 pounds. That's
the fighters that are real pros go to their office every day. The road and the gym, they go to the blowing up and coming down. They should not do that.
And do you think guys will wear out at the end of the fight?
I think they'll wear out, absolutely. And he's fighting the hell.
Contribute anything to his cause. He's second only to David Roberts.
There is
some points. In terms of
playing extremely well, I think.
Now this is taking on the aspects of their second.
And a double left business here. Excellent round. Shot. 48 has 9% body.
To be able to counter.
Having a right hand, but it was still
for him so far, and that's been a
10 high.
And Nelson body punches the dip. Now on Mills on your card, I'd rather do something
round his level of control a little higher.
But he still respects Nelson's experience.
And still, it's plain talking to him.
That was terrific.
In terms of the pace, he is. You're absolutely right, Barry. They're coming slower.
And it is Leija who.
On the fight! Push him back! Push him back!
Punches. Left hand from Leija.
That's the first time he's really shown it here tonight.
And he really cranked it, and it got Leija going back.
Nelson is really going. He's digging in. He's setting down on his punches, and he's moving in a little bit.
Referee's doing a good job. Ron's coach doing a good job in there.
A little bit of a nick, ever so slowly. Starting to see the tenor of this fight change a little bit. Now Leija comes back. If it gets into a power thing, James could be in trouble. Most of those punches are being blocked by Nelson. Not a lot of those punches were scored. Big question here, did that flurry enable Leija to steal around? He was landing the power shots, but then it was great work by Leija. Look at that right hand. Here are the numbers through 7 rounds. Leija still with it
By Leija. Nelson's coming out.
did light a fire under Azumah Nelson in that last round. Nelson did last round. And a left hand favors Nelson. Last bout to Azumah Nelson in his 40 championship fights. Right now, let's go to Sean.
To control that, Nelson chasing him without throwing.
Yeah, just took a step back, took a deep breath. A couple of uppercuts got in there. And there's a left hand by Nelson in range. Yeah, but he's coming. He's quicker with his feet tonight. There's no doubt. But he's got that power. That left hook of his is a brutal shot. Double left hand, and that gets Leija moving in the back. Nelson's hurt. He ran right into that right hand. Right smack into it, and he is in good trouble. Just thrown more punches. Come on! Apparent at this point. Right now. Not getting him stopping. Yeah. All right, in that last round, there you see the clash of heads right there. But Leija answered back, maybe out of anger.
Well, clearly I don't think it was intentional.
Barry, that we may be looking at one of the last rounds, or the last round of one of... And right from the beginning, too. And really never let Nelson in this fight. Tricks. Nelson knows that in all likelihood he's well behind, and he's going out to try to pull it out with one last miracle. The right hand James Leija tonight has proven he can go 12 straight. He got nailed. Good left hand from Nelson. Well, Azumah's letting it all hang out. And again, yeah, it just seems to be a takes up the chant. I thought you could see one thing early, Barry, when that right hand, which has been so reliable for him in the past, was having trouble getting home. Not as sharp as the old days, not as quick as the old days. Blood getting in the eye of Leija. This fight will not end a minute too. And I think Nelson has won this last round. Left hand from Nelson, a big right hand from Leija, like you'd expect.
Azumah Nelson, round 4. You see the action in the center ring, and Azumah Nelson trying to come on in the fight. A slow start. He was trying to counterpunch and land that big right hand against Leija.
After the 4th round in the corner, they told Jesse James Leija, that's the round he wanted you, and he didn't get you. So now we jump to the 7th round.
There's a case of age taking its toll on Azumah Nelson. Just can't get out of the way. The reflexes are not what they were going on 40 years old.
Joe Goosen in the corner. Azumah Nelson said, you've got to pick it up. And now we go to the 8th round.
And for a while, Azumah Nelson was picking up with a combination punching, backing Leija into the ropes. You know, Leija continued to press the advantage. He knew he was a stronger, younger fighter tonight.
And that late flurry saved the 8th round for Jesse James Leija. 12th round. This is a round that came to